So I'm going to be eating yet again at the start of this one. Um, so apologies for that. But again, not enough to not do it. Okay. Um, this is kind of weird. There's no trashing. And the draw is like Village Vault. Uni doesn't look very good, but buying vaults also looks not very good. Vault Mole isn't like good. Um, what do you do? I guess I'm gonna skip university. Um, and then just play Vault with village stuff and like some cargo ships maybe. Maybe do a little bit of Vault Mole stuff. The other option is to play like really mole heavy. Like cargo ship, Corsair payload. Goes for the hovel trash. Seems okay. Well, I'm just gonna open cargo ship. Rustic, I guess. Goes double castle. Okay. Guess you want to deny me. Do I just take more cargo ship here? Probably. Do I have copper down there? I don't. It's an overgrown estate, right? Um, so I definitely don't want to do that. um, well, I'll just end up mulling for the cargo ship if I need to. This would guarantee that I get there. I guess I don't really need the like the coins. I don't have any buys yet, so yeah, we'll start with that, and then we'll do the vault. So this is not really what I'm looking for, but I can hold back. Oh, I can't hold. This isn't gear. I can just discard the Necro. Is that, yeah, that's the disadvantage of doing it the way I did it, but I think it's fine. Um, I mean, what am I doing? Am I just gaining like another rustic? I guess I am. You know, my opponent's clearly signaling like just going money, which means I need to get sort of flourishing trade stuff going, which means this. Do I take this? Maybe. Probably. Even though I have the rustic coming in, I don't really need to buy anything expensive. Um, Now I can definitely afford to do this because I'll still be able to hit 5 even if I, worst comes to worst, which it does not. Um, I guess I just put Vault in this hand. I really just need more Vault, even though there's a real chance that I'm not able to use it. But here I am. They just have that rustic on top. Just takes Vault. Okay. I think the number I'm going to be hitting here kind of does matter. More than like finding another action card. So I am gonna pitch here off of. I'm gonna play rustic, play cargo ship, and then use necro to pitch. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, well now it probably doesn't. At least not this way. So I don't have anything down there. I should probably clear that stuff out. And if I play Necro and then play cargo ship as mole, it's a little bit sad. I guess I could just stop here. And just like add rustic vault to my hand. Or add one of them. Probably rustic, right? Haunted probably doesn't matter that much, but it could be kind of nice. Might be able to line up an opportunity to do that. Let's play the vault first. I think this might be like pitch 5, Necro, Vault is Mole. Seems pretty safe to me. This is probably just pitch, right? I could hit a lot of what I want to be hitting. I know I have Village Vault down there. So I could take like small haunted. Which would be kind of nasty actually. And then get rid of this hovel. Well, I can't afford it is the issue with that. um I could take yeah, let's go back on that and just do it this way. Oh wait, I can't this is actually going to trigger like a really bad shuffle. Well, I definitely can't undo that. Okay. Well, we'll live with the mistake, I suppose. So that means. Well, what if I tossed like Rustic Village and Vault? And then I have Village on bottom, I'm pretty sure. I could even just use that normally, or I could mole it. Probably use it normally. That's still just like a lot of garbage down there. That was a really bad mistake to do that. I mean, if I am going to be drawing, I do absolutely just have to put those things in there, and I don't even have that down there. But what I can do is take like Procession Rustic, I guess. Is that better than like Vault Cargo Ship? There's a real chance like Vault Cargo Ship's just better. Although I am sort of action strapped still. Maybe Rustic Cargo Ship? Yeah, let's do that. And then, yeah, let's advance through things here. This is very nice to see a dud there. C2 cards or C3 the bad way? Probably C2. Okay, well now we're definitely going to pitch. I guess play Necro and then pitch, or probably draw with Rustic first. Yeah. Now play Cargo, pitch. now just pitch stuff. Maybe pitch. Maybe just pitch vault. Um, and I'll have two cargo ships down. And now I'll do the vault rustic. I'm going to be running out of time. I do plan to go into castles. You thinking do you have enough to take? Okay, yeah. You do have enough to take a small haunted here. Yeah, that misplay. I mean, I would have had just a bigger turn this previous turn by like a pretty large margin had I not misplayed that earlier turn. I would have been able to take like my copy of Small Haunted. That would have put me in a very competitive spot. Points wise, would have messed with ZomZraft's turn a little bit. Yeah, okay. Well, now I don't even really know that I have a turn. I guess I do need to do it this way. This is really not very good. Yeah, I need to be aggressive here, even though it's going to come to no end. Certainly, just take opulent, call it a turn. Um, this is always going to be the issue with what I'm doing. It's just not that great. Do I need the third buy? Probably not. Well, I do need a second buy, but I can do it this way. Probably does make sense to go down into the next three. Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't want to do that. And all that work, I get grand and vault to hand, probably. And I have to take like a really crummy kings. I guess it's got to be vault to hand. Well, I really do need more village, don't I? Well, let's take the procession. I would assume this is a 7. Yeah. All right. So I probably want a procession rustic. I could just get rid of this necro, but I don't think that's actually better than processioning the rustic and getting a vault. out of it. Um, I'm not going to do it on the first play, but I very well might do it on this next one. Well, now I don't need to because I have another rustic to do it with. All right. Just keep drawing a bit more then. Well, at this point, I'll just probably play the Necro straight up, and then mole one of these action cards. Is that true? I mean, I do need. Or am I just gonna play like the vault normally? I only need 2 buys. I mean, the third buy would be kind of cool. Um, I don't need to play any actions that I get down there, so let's just do it. Well, I should count. Sorry. I have 5. I'm gonna have 6, 7, 8. If I pitch, um, and then I've certainly not been tracking how many coppers I have, but I'm pretty sure I do have a copper down there. Well, I don't. There's no need for me to risk actually the pitch, so let me do it this way. Um, because the reality is this. Um, okay, well, I have a hand at least coming up here. If province keeps happening over there, then I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. They could be thinking about taking like Vault Rustic. That seems pretty bad. I think this should probably just be province. I mean, sure, that sets you up to win it next turn, but then what if you dud? I guess maybe you don't. Well, actually, no, that's not true because you don't dud. So you're just thinking if I take Vault Rustic, like, what are the chances that I do something completely impossible that my deck has zero capability of doing, which would be to take like double province. Um, yeah, and you're not going to dud because you have the cargo ship. Well, I'll do my best here. Should I be holding stuff in my hand in case I find opulent? Maybe. Um, but I don't. I don't know. I don't feel that hopeful that was going to happen. Well, we'll certainly be like processioning this cargo ship, right? And then like ditching something like that. I guess that's not certain at all, but um, also you can't procession a cargo ship because that's not how those cards work. Okay. I mean, surely I need to be like going for a win here, even though. Um, so this needs to be play vault, find an action. do the discards. Okay, now if I find like a bunch of green cards, I mean, I gotta just play this vault normally, right? Um, okay, well, I'm running out of buys, and there's not going to be anything I can do about that. Um, well, surely I play just another vault. Um, hey, here's double at least. Uh, I got nothing on my next turn. But hey, I did double for the guaranteed loss, so there's that at least. I don't know that there's really anything I could have done, except not mess up the turn I messed up, which probably would have probably would have done it. All right. Well, it's another humble game. This one looks like there's going to be a little bit more playing happening. I mean, Armory sort of stands out with Seer and Livery, but the issue is it doesn't really gain stuff that you're all that interested in playing with those things. You could open Double Church and just say I'm gonna try to like thin into. You could even just thin into like Livery City. Your constraint here is plus buy. Really doesn't exist at all. Right, armory is the only way to gain stuff. I still don't think that means you just open armory. I think that means that you kind of want to be spending more of your turns buying fives and having a productive deck, and hitting two is like fine. All right, I'm just gonna open Double Church. Keep it simple. Um, I will want to pick up an armory at some point, but the build order. Um, Probably does say that I want it like this shuffle. I'm going to take a patrician rather than credit something, right? Because then next turn I'm just going to be able to hit 5 naturally. Well, that's actually not true. Either I'm going to hit 5 or my church is going to miss. But I'm going to hit 4 naturally, which is fine. I wouldn't mind a bit of monument. The question is, do you want it off of... Do you actually want the armory? Do you really actually want the armory? You could take silos too. I'm kind of thinking maybe you don't want the armory, and just like a monument is actually a fine card to be playing. Could also credit for like a charlatan. Um, but I kind of want to add the economy at this point. Okay, well, this will certainly be just a hit 5. And then just take seer, probably. It's like seer, then city, then, or maybe seer, then charlatan. I mean, maybe charlatan is worthwhile immediately. But I just see the argument for seer helps you find like your other church. And that's a nice thing to be doing. And that's exactly what it's hopefully going to be doing for me here. It's quite likely to. So next up for me is probably charlatan. And then the question will be, do you go city livery or do you just go maybe for like platinum? Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of the copper. I think the Necro is actually going to be a card I just kind of keep hanging on to here for a while. All right, what to do with this 5? I could take a livery. Is that actually going to be more useful than charlatan? Should I just be taking silos? Issue is silos is kind of plays poorly with seer. I kind of like the idea of adding charlatan. I'll just take a 3 if it comes to it. I'll take a 4 if it comes to it as well. Okay, well, it does not come to it. I did not know that credit didn't work on platinum before testing or looking at the card there, but it does not. Should this just be a city so that I can like add another terminal? Should it be a seer maybe? I don't like the idea of a city. If I stay ahead on playing terminals here, there's no reason that I'm not going to be able to do okay here. At some point, it's possible that it would make sense for me to pick up an armory just to take like extra gardens. But that's going to be a long time from now. And I don't think it's worth it for me to add the armory in advance of that. And these patricians will draw a little bit. This seer's probably not gonna do too much for me. But it's kind of like, who cares? I'm just gonna buy a 5. Start taking livery, and like that's ultimately gonna be really nice draw. Maybe at some point you want the armory because you are interested in playing like loads of monuments. Okay, well I don't want the necro at all. Do I want the coin? I guess is a question. Oh, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be drawing both. Well, I play city first, draw coin, play patrician. So, all right. We'll play that. I guess I'm really just interested in building here, so let's hold back like 3 coppers maybe. Necro copper copper. Guess the question is, right, so I need to make that decision now of do I go for the armory, start like playing more monuments, or do I just say, you know what, that's not actually gonna be worth it time wise. Let's just take a livery, maybe take another livery. If I take the armory, then then I'm going to be like gaining monuments with the armory. I'm going to be several turns behind in order to start doing that. I just don't think the ramp is there, so I'm just going to take the livery. And I'm hoping that these like charlatan curses, they may not be doing a ton in terms of like preventing over there from hitting 5, but they might like prevent. They're going to prevent the deck from getting through, which means you might not do everything you want to every turn. You might not play your armory. You might not play your church. You're certainly not cursing me. Right? All these things are useful. I will be interested in Emporia if they come up. How interested? Probably not. Probably not very. All right. Oh, I want to play the church first, of course. Am I just buying platinum here, maybe? I mean, if you're not cursing me, and even if you are, like, there's just. Like, my deck will maybe start to sputter a little bit at some point. But otherwise, I'm buying, like, city and then livery. Which would definitely not sputter out. But if my deck sputters out, it's going to be doing so a long time from now, and the churches are going to be like holding stuff out. I should be just fine to be doing what I'm doing. And I should even be able to hold back a fair amount of these horse plays. Do I leave what's at bottom? Probably not. So I'm going to do this now. And then I can hold back all of these, right? Certainly. Yep. Hopefully I'll be able to start holding back forces. Not in church necessarily, but just keeping them in these shuffles. How worried am I about they're gaining like a bunch of gardens over there? Not very. You still can't really gain mass anything and have it be okay or fast. One of those things goes with any of the options here for trying to have like a 40 card deck. So at some point, if there's like zero contest on the colonies, I might end up just taking some more stuff. Okay, well, I'll leave the colony. Certainly. Same story here, holding back. I really should be able to pretty consistently hit colony, though. And that was really everything I want to do in a turn. It's probably city here, I guess. You really need more actions to make that ramp up thing have a chance. Yeah, we're playing that. Okay, we're not going to be playing this other one, right? I guess I'll keep the horse in hand, even though that's not extremely ideal. Because ideally the seer will be drawing it, but it can't be that bad to have an extra horse in a starting hand. Really, the important thing is just that I keep seeing my churches and my green cards. Do I just go ahead and get rid of the horse? I think I do, because I wanted to guarantee the patrician draw. Here, I guess I'll just hold back 3 colony. Maybe I get a nightmare hand where that's not a good idea, like this. this will still be like an okay turn. And then some. Do I spend a horse to find the charlatan? Probably not. I don't really want to actually give you well, I guess it's a different question because I need it to hit colony. So yes is going to be the actual answer here. I wonder who's here. Huh. Cave is here. Not listening, so I don't know. I don't really have anything top of mind that would be fitting to say. I mean, how do I lose this? My deck falls apart, which it like kind of could. So let's just make sure it doesn't. But at the same time, there's not really a lot I can do to make sure it doesn't, but I can certainly just keep buying colonies. I mean, once I get level 2 cities, like I can maybe think about taking a turn off here if I don't have a nice draw. Meaning like holding back good stuff on church. Seems not very good. Seems like I'd probably be better off just like buying a city. Although if I hit like a very low number, because I don't really want to give you level 2 cities still, although maybe it just doesn't matter. But I certainly don't want to give you level 3 cities. Do I hold back now? Now seems like a reasonable holdback time. If I do hold back, I'm gaining like a city myself. And then in order to get level 2, I mean you could armory a curse over there. And then you're buying a city on your turn to get it down to 1, and then you're buying a city on the next turn. So you wouldn't actually be, I would be playing a charlatan. So you would just get level 2 cities on your turn after your next one. So if I don't hit colony each of those 2 turns, you will get those very high level cities. And I'd really rather that not happen. If I do draw on, I could just find my platinum. And I'm not particularly thrilled about the idea of drawing on, really, because even if I do find my platinum, I'm gonna have a very tough time colonying again. I could take like just an emporium. That might do more for me than anything else and not lower the city pile fairly crucially. It's maybe a little silly. Um, but I think this is my best route to win over like 3 turns. It's also extremely possible that all that thinking I was doing was like really unnecessary based on this game state, but I'd really rather not find that out the hard way um, with some gardens math thing that explodes on me that I don't calculate out. All right. Well, at least patrician will work here. And now we're just going to level 2 the cities up at this point. Well, I need to find the church, even though ideally this horse wouldn't be played. Okay, so do I play the livery and hold back the monument, right? Is the way to do this. Um, and that's got to be the most consistent thing for me to do here. Oh, there'd be no problems drawing over there. You'll get a city. And then if I'm not able to end it, you'll get a city on your next turn. And then if I'm still not able to end it, you'll get a turn with level 1,000,000 cities. Do I just stop here? I have everything I need to win the game down there, including a seer and a patrician. I think I might just stop here. You will be able to get level 3 cities on your turn. But unless you're able to clear 80, 80 you need to score more than 60 points. And the chance that I actually find what I need to get to 11 on this turn from here is quite low. If I have Seer Patrician, I'm going to find it. I have everything I need, right? Because I have Platinum for 5, plus Livery for 3, plus Charlatan for 3. What I don't have is a village. So I would need to find a village. With a seer and a patrician, but also like 6 colonies. If I do draw on, I have almost no chance. I'd need to find platinum plus another card, another one of those 3s. Well, but I do have like seers and patricians and stuff. And if I don't find the seers and patrician and stuff, I mean, there's some chance that I find some of it, and that would be a bummer. I'm gonna draw. I'm drawing. This does get there, right? Yeah. Okay. That was not so easy of a decision. But if it works out, then people who weren't on voice chat didn't hear your hemming and hawing cluelessly, and you seem reasonably smart. Okay. That was confusing. I think the finding the village the next turn thing was the problem. Anyways, with that last, with not drawing on there. Anyways, what's this one? Do we have to play with Gollum? Do we have to play like Root Cellar Treasure Trove? Like Trading Post? Where's your plus buy? Where is it? Show it to me. So Tool seems quite good, obviously, with Border Village. So I guess you're probably just doing a bit of that, and then you're just doing... I hesitate to say just doing, because I think you're doing kind of a bit of all of this stuff. Do you open Oasis? Probably. Oasis seems kind of good here. At least seems fine relative to silver. That's enough for me. This is a very nice hand to see, certainly. What do I do with it? Well, I certainly do not buy Border Village. Do I just take a Tormentor? Hope to get a few Imps maybe early. That's probably the thing to do. I might just take a Tools next. I am extremely cold. Okay, let me get that fixed. Well then. This is not particularly useful. I don't really want any of this stuff. Yeah, I don't really want any of it. There's some argument for wedding, because I'm probably not hitting 6 next turn. Am I really about to buy wedding? I mean, there's nothing else happening, so... and I'm about to be way over toolsed. Like, I'm certainly not taking another moneylender. And I think tools is better than nothing. Okay, well this is pretty clearly imp take time. And then I'm going to take a Border Village and I guess another Tormentor. Yeah, we're just trying to hit good old 8 here. You can play Tormentor and launch here, which is cute. I don't know that you'll ever end up doing it, but it's undeniably cute. Well, we are about to just be swimming in tools here. Is that actually what we're going to do? I think I might just launch rather than buy anything, certainly. At least start with that. Um, do I really want more tools? I kind of think I don't. Um, I don't want more moneylender. Maybe I want more like silvers. Maybe I should have a treasure trove. Do I just launch here? It seems better than. Yeah, I mean, I'd still rather just clear that copper off. Um, do I take province here? I guess. And like tools is just gonna gain gold. Like I don't think I'm really that interested in like more border village tormentor. Like that's they don't really help me that much. I do need more villages, but like maybe I just play with some golds. And if I take like border village, I could take like border village trove, but like that doesn't seem like that. What's that doing for me here on turn 10? Um, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I guess I'll toss moneylender. Seems fairly clear. Fairly fortunate over there to be able to hit 8. Those are nice boons. This will be border village, and is it just duchy time? I think so. Um, is launch better than any of these? Is root cellar better than nothing? Silver better than root cellar? I'll say yes to the last of those questions. Hopefully you don't hit 8 all that consistently over there. That'd be nice. Well, you certainly would have if I didn't have the fortune of envy. You're a lot thinner than I am. The early trading posts certainly has something to say about that. Um, well, this is kind of a bummer. I guess I really hope I find another copper. I don't know how likely it is I do. Boy, oh boy. Well, it's not like the copper would have helped. Um, do I just want more tools for tools? I mean, they do help gain duchies, but they really do not help hit 8. Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna just pass. I'm interested in hitting 8. Do I launch here? Um, I'd say yeah. Right. That's well. It might take me off of. No, it's not going to take me off of Dachi, right? Um, and it gets me to do that. Um, Maybe Oasis is actually what I should be taking on these threes. It seems to me now. But at this point, it's probably a state. Well, that's certainly in the annoying category. Yeah, that's all in that category for sure. Um, well, I certainly take this last Dachi, right? Yeah. Um, Maybe I top deck Tormentor here, just by a state. Seems right. I mean, I kind of wanted to build Wander here. Um, but I don't know. I don't really, it wasn't working out that way. I mean, I could have angled for more, try to hit 6 stuff, but I wasn't really hitting that. I didn't hit the fight. I thought first Tormentor over Trading Post would be sensible. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I just take a state and hope I find the border village here. Well, that's annoying. Okay, doesn't matter. I don't. Yeah, both of these losses have been on like super garbage boards. That's like how you could take the tools and then it's like how do they line up? I think that's a lot of that game is that my tools lineups were pretty crummy. But like I think tools is still like certainly good enough. You have to play with it. It's not like I could have done better by not having tools. I don't think. Um, Anyways, um, well then, there's no way to do egg stuff until a pile's empty, but it sure looks like that's gonna happen. Um, so I suppose you open like Carpenter Silver, um, then you're getting like Hostelry's Barges. Um, and King's Court will be sort of normally good, not completely absurdly good, which is to say, just under completely absurdly good, or maybe completely absurdly good. Um, do I take an egg? I'd probably just do this. Well, that's really annoying to not hit 5 here. I'll take a duplicate, I suppose. Maybe just another Carpenter. Although you can duplicate King's Courts. And so I think there's kind of a lot to be said for just having that be a card you have in your deck. Um, and hopefully I'll manage to hit 5 by virtue of having copper silver on top here. And then finding 2 more out of those next 3 cards, which is not extraordinarily likely. But it's not like I'm going to take the economy card here. It's not like I'm going to take a hostelry, so could take a cabin boy. I guess that's not crazy. My playing partner certainly doesn't seem to think that that's crazy. Um, you do kind of need to hit number here. I'm gonna do this. I think I just hit 5 here. So yeah, opponent definitely got the nicer shuffle there to get the horses in. I guess it's duplicate time for me. I do get to see this barge now, which is really nice. This collision is not. I mean, surely this is this. I don't think I want an egg at all. I'm not a fan of how this is going at all. This is horror. I hate this. I hate I hate watching an opponent play like 6 horses when that's I've done very little have I done to not do that. I did buy a duplicate. That could have been a cabin boy. I hear you. But then I would have had 1 more horse going into this next following shuffle. Um, and now that wouldn't have helped me a whole lot to not see 6 horses be played there. Now, maybe you don't find stuff. Maybe you don't find your carpenter. Yeah, sure. Maybe you don't find your carpenter. Meanwhile, I'm definitely not finding my carpenter. I'm not finding it this turn, not finding it next turn. Um, do I just trash this for a barge? And do I hit 6? I think it's 50-50 for me to hit 6. The issue is I'm still just so terminal light. If I find King's Court and something good, now I'm not. If I hit, I just need to do it this way. And the reasoning for me needing to just do it that way is that I didn't feel great about my position, and now I feel kind of okay seeing this hand. It's not ideal to have King's Court go on to Cabin Boy, but it's also like kind of fine, uh, especially if I find a nice draw card. That'd be great. Yeah. Yeah, let's certainly just try to find stuff. All right. This is probably just horse time. This is really not that great of a hand. I could take like Carpenter and less horses with a hostelry, as in like 3 fewer horses. Uh, Seems like I should just be um, doing it this way, leaving the duplicate down. And then here, I think there's a pretty excellent chance that what I'm doing is I'm just current turning this barge. Because I'd really want to have 2 buys. I'll be able to get multiple King's Courts. And then I'll be able to get my King's Court and my Cabin Boy back as well. The argument against that is I have a whole lot of horses in this shuffle. So if I go like find them and find the Cabin Boy, now the issue with that becomes, right, what if I don't draw? And even if I do draw, all I'm getting out of it really is an extra buy. I will be getting an extra Carpenter play as well. But that would really be predicated on me drawing, and I don't actually have like that much draw. So I'm just going to do it this way. And then this will be King's Court, call duplicate. And then do I just take a hostelry straight up? Probably. The important thing is to have a turn, first and foremost. Well, this is going sort of okay all of a sudden, right? I mean, I have 3 King's Courts. This is certainly a nice turn over there. Yeah, he's first to get to King's Court of Carpenter. Can you play these out of your hand? You can. Well, this is really quite a turn. So I hit 6 and get, yeah, I mean, that's very well done. All right, well, I'll do what I can. I don't actually really know if horse or barge first makes more sense. Probably got to be horse. Because I've got plenty of village. All right. Well, I might not king here. Because I might just want to king carpenter, gain a bunch of stuff, draw king carpenter. Well, actually, no. If I king carpenter, and then play barge, this feels like the type of thing where I might have a win, but um, it would be on King's Court's hostelries and yeah, that's the issue. um, the estate pile doesn't really seem terribly reachable. Um, there's not really any way for me to empty hostelry, empty, and then like have carpenters and jeweled eggs. So there's no gain and play there. I should probably make sure to whatever extent I can that my opponent can't do that. Um, but I don't really think that's actually there's much I can do about that. It still is quite a path to gain and play those jeweled eggs. Um, well, if I take 3 carpenters here, I'll draw, I mean, all but one of them. Um, if I played horse first, let's think. If I can get all the carpenters, all the hostelries, get the king's courts, and then like get a duchy. That seems more possible, especially if I like trash like something like silver to duchy and just play 6 coppers. So the line for that, I mean, I need to king carpenter for 3, king carpenter. So sorry, it's king carpenter for 3, draw with barge for 3, and then king carpenter to gain 3 more carpenters. And then I play the horse to draw the carpenter. So that's the 7th carpenter. So now that's all 7 carpenters. I can gain a hostelry before I gain the 7th carpenter. That's not true. So then I'd be trashing stuff. And I'm just gonna be short. It's just gonna be short. I can't gain duplicates with that. Okay, so this just needs to be like max points for like next turn. That seems awful. And like all forms of lowering seem crazy. But if I don't lower, then I'm still stuck in this position. And it's not like I can make it, like grave robber stuff isn't gonna work. Oh boy. I'm gonna lower a little bit. Um and make it so that like carpenters can't gain carpenters. Um No, I want this to be a carpenter gain here. Um And there's no reason for me not to have this be barge. And now I take like duplicate hostelry. Probably take one duplicate. One silver. Do I take the hostelry even? Do I just take like a cabin boy? And then hope that I draw next turn? I'm gonna do that, even though this is probably crazy. No, I don't want to do barges. I want to do bazaars. Sure. Now maybe you don't just win. Maybe I should have been like next turning a barge and stuff. That was probably pretty sloppy from me. In terms of probably overestimating what the deck actually is over there. But it sure felt like I don't know. I think some of my I didn't play very well in B last season. I had a decent, well, I had a very good first match in D with decent amount of fortune. Obviously, it's always a big part of those things. Um, but I think what can happen is I get up to this level and I sort of think like, oh, because I'm playing some good player, like their deck's just gonna keep working, and that's not that's not necessarily true. Um, if I take this last hostelry, does that make like the carpenter stuff over there actually kind of rough? I think it does. Um, and you can sort of work through stuff, but it makes it hard to gain all the carpenters at least. Yeah, that's the thing you need to start your turns. So I almost certainly had opportunities to play more conservatively and like have fewer silvers and like next turn my barge, that sort of thing. But it's not like I'm in a terrible spot now. It's still going to be fairly tough over there, like even if you draw everything to do a ton with it. I only have two barges, which is like insane. I have like no actual way to draw. This is a really poorly played game by me. Well, this looks an awful lot like going for some sort of win. Maybe I should have just taken all the carpenters. Um I'm just seeing right now that carpenter is the obelisk pile. Which will be obvious to spectators. So I should have just taken all the carpenters when I could, and then yeah, uh, I blew it. But uh, eh, still did a GG. So I get to believe in my heart that I played okay. That was brutal. That was not very good. Okay, well, let's try not to get 1-5'd. Um, this looks not very fun at all. Oh dear. This is yeah, it's like catapult every turn, journeys, have some quartermasters to try and do some stuff. But the stuff you're doing isn't very good. Maybe try and move from quartermasters into highwaymen. You're trying to get quartermasters down at the same time. You're playing catapults. You're trying to buy quartermaster at some point. I mean, the open here is certainly going to be, for me, it's going to be like open journey and then buy catapult and try to buy silvers and go from there. Shrine. You really think Shrine's better than catapult? I sure don't. Well, your Shrine's sitting on bottom, so it's, I mean, it's not horrible for you. Um, wow, you are sure hitting 4 consistently, which, I mean, makes sense if you. And then you hit 5 on your journey turn? I mean, that shrine sure is putting in work. And then you get your quartermaster right away. This. I don't know about Dominion sometimes. I don't think I like playing Dominion against good Dominion players. Because they just don't make mistakes, and then what are you going to do? Uh, like, I'm not totally convinced that the Shrine is better than Catapult, but it seems at least close. Um, this will certainly be play Catapult, Estate, play Journey. You're already taking estates off your quartermaster. It's interesting. I mean, certainly the journey turn with quartermaster also makes that even more like, what are you gonna do? I hit 4, which like loses me the game immediately. I guess I just take silver. Doesn't matter. Like, it really does not matter. Just there's zero chance at all that you're not gonna hit. Like, yeah, hit your 4. Play your quartermaster. Yeah, let's just, I don't care. Let's move on. There's zero way to dud or do anything meaningful there, so in ZomZraft, you have to respect enough. It's not gonna, I don't know. I don't even know how you would blow it. You could do a random number bot and probably still beat me 9 times out of 10 from that spot. Well, that's not quite true, but you know what I mean. Um, I could maybe take on Lord Raddington from there. I'd have a head of a shot. Um, Maybe if Lord Raddington like didn't know how to play with Quartermaster, which seems possible. Okay, all right, let's try to win this one. So seems like the theme of the day is plus buy is annoying because it's prosper here. Um, Certainly are plenty of other ways to gain. Opens probably just got to be Hermit Clerk. Um, and it's not like Prosper is any good except for having plus buy, so we. Well, maybe I'll win by that virtue. Calling it a virtue seems a bit far-fetched. Do I just take more clerk here? Maybe. Eventually they're kind of bad, but until then... Yeah, it's probably a buy of Butcher. Um, you probably Butcher. I mean, I guess the build path here does involve, like, we're just sort of trashing down with Clerk and Hermit. And then we're just gonna want to buy like a Prosper that gives us maybe just a loot and pray. Because we really want that to. I mean, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's like highway stuff. But if that's the case, you still want the Butcher. I'm gonna take Butcher first. Um, I might not play this Madman here. Yeah, I'm gonna not play this Madman. I'm gonna take another Hermit. The reason I did the thing I did last turn was, anyways. I guess I'm gonna take a Carpenter because I'm gonna be adding Hermit. This is not a take a Prosper desperation thing. I feel quite confident on that from this spot. Because it's get a highway and play be thin. Yeah, let's get a highway and play be thin. Better to play a card or play this Clerk. I strangely think it's probably better to play the Clerk because I am going to be playing another Madman, but I have another Clerk down there that I would really like to play. And I will be finding that next Madman next turn. So yeah, I'm going to do it this way. All right. Well, maybe I end up with just like butchering this clerk into a highway, actually. Um, it's not that enticing to do that. Uh, Probably nicer to. Mm, um, I kind of want to play the hermit one more time, is the issue. So I suppose let's play the hermit one more time. I'll play the butcher for nothing. I'm just gonna take a silver here because I have plenty of gaining. Um, Play butcher for nothing. Play carpenter to gain another clerk, and just trash that. Just buy a highway. I guess maybe I'll just hit. Well, I don't need to use my things to hit 5. But maybe I do just want to hit 5 here. Play the clerk attack. Seems reasonable. Well, that's not plus buy. Are you just gonna play money here? I don't really think that's gonna work. Probably goat now. Just take another carpenter and just take some more highway. I think this will probably just be Madman Take, right? It could also be trash a card by a highway. Um, but I think it's got to be this. I guess the issue I have is my thing really might not come together in time. Can't really turn that into anything I want to. So just take more highway. Guess my deck is really not very good at all. But I think it might be better than the one over there. I kind of just want a province here, honestly. I don't want to risk falling too far behind on that. I'm the only one with a madman, and my deck is better, and so if I stay somewhat close on points. Here's a question. Do I use up all my coffers to do that and trash this curse? Probably. It's going to be a bit of an issue if I draw the madman mid-turn here. But I am able to do this. No reason not to trash Curse to Dachi, I suppose. I suppose it's just time to do that. I have Madman in the next turn. Certainly not. Would have really loved to find something that would do more. There's not really any reason for me to fear provincing here at all, right? I don't think so. Okay, well, that's good. Taking a 2-4 when you have a bad match instead of a 5-1 is a big deal. So I'm happy to have done that. Pretty well played games, I think, over to my opponent. Very good player. Yeah, still above 500 for the season, so be able to give it a go. Wasn't feeling all that great today, but got through it 2-4 at least. So thanks for putting up with me. See y'all.